You're watching 7 Days of Grace with Keith Fleming. 7-minute conversations, 7 areas of life, 7 days a week. If you're lonely, dissatisfied, unfulfilled, or searching for purpose, then the 7 Days of Grace community is for you. All right, let the journey begin. Here's your host, Keith Fleming.
Hello, welcome to 7 Days of Grace. My name is Keith, and we're here talking about you. This is our second installment, part 2. Really excited to be here with you and happy that we're on this journey together. All right, so who are you? Where are you going? And what are you supposed to be doing with your life? That's what we're talking about in this particular installment. All right, so if you didn't catch part 1, we're talking about those feelings of being stuck, blocked, unmotivated, and basically just asking that question about your life's purpose. So let's give it a go. All right, so for me, finding fulfillment, satisfaction, and purpose signifies a problem. It's what I call the adopted persona. So, this desire to know who you really are, what you're supposed to be doing in life, this desire to know what your purpose is, all of it has to do with your life's journey. And which really is only about 80 years, if you think about it, this journey that we're on this planet. So here's the deal. The journey for most of us results in a condition of what I call the swirl. And we're going to talk more at length about that. You know, what's the swirl? What's the adopted persona? What's drifting? On the last video, I teed up the adopted persona, and we'll touch on it briefly in this particular segment. And really, what I want to let you guys know is that I have 5 key areas, these categories that I really want to dig into with you. And they're really going to help you understand better who you are, how things become the way they are in your life, and why you end up drifting, or why you end up feeling like you're caught up in this swirl, really being stuck, blocked even, locked up, feeling uncomfortable and sad and depressed and unfulfilled and unsatisfying and all those things. And so we've got the adopted persona that we're going to dig into. We've also have what I call the swirl. The third one is drifting. The fourth one, really cool one, is War of the Worlds. And the fifth one is what I call the 3 Ps. So I really want to kind of give you the breakdown of what those are briefly, because we're going to be talking about those over the next, several videos. And then we're going to start bringing in experts to help us understand even deeper, people that really understand these topics in these areas. So the adopted persona, right? It's beyond feeling like, oh, I want to be a movie star, a singer, an athlete, or a CEO or something like that, and you just adopt that. So that's kind of what we're going to be digging into a little bit. In the swirl, again, just being stuck, blocked, lost, confused, all those sorts of things. And then drifting, right? You're unfulfilled, you're unsatisfied, just going through the motions, or that phrase, right? Fake it till you make it. That's what that area is about. And another one is War of the Worlds. Now, War of the Worlds is all about your philosophy, your values, and your beliefs, your mindset. And then the fifth one that we're going to dig into, again, the 3 Ps. And that's really your motivation, your drive, and your goals. So those are the 5 categories that we're going to dig into, and they're going to really help you, like I said, uncover some challenging areas or some thought processes, things like that, and hopefully, and I believe with all my heart, unblock you so you can move forward. So if you're grown up, and we're modeling others, we're adopting a persona. We take on a persona that's really, in fact, it's putting on a mask. And if you can't answer the question, who am I? Like really honestly answer that, let me tell you, you're going to be doomed to a life of unfulfillment. You'll be drifting like 10 decades at a time. and you'll wake up one day 40, 50 years old, or whatever the case may be, and you're going to be very, very dissatisfied. And then one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be 80 going, where did my life go? So it all starts by modeling someone. Okay. When you're a kid, you're modeling your parents, you're modeling friends, you're modeling groups of people. I call them groups of someones. And then you just start adopting philosophies and beliefs. In all actuality, no one ever stops long enough to really investigate and find out the answers to why they believe what they believe. And therefore, you take on a persona, a personality really that's not really who you are at your core. It's not you authentically. And that's going to present a lot of problems, as you can imagine. So by the time you're an adult, you're wearing a mask, and it's really a blend of all this stuff that you've been exposed to and everything that you've experienced. And it just compounds into developing this adopted persona. So, hey, look, I'm here to tell you there's so much more to who you are, really. And you are more than that mask that you're wearing every day. That pretender, do you ever feel like you're just pretending, you're getting through situations, social events, maybe at work or whatnot, and you're like, I don't feel comfortable, I feel nervous, I feel like I want to crawl out of my skin, or maybe crawl into a cave and hide. So that means you're experiencing that adopted persona, and that's what we're going to talk about. So what happens when you get caught up in this swirl and you begin drifting, right? It's you start feeling sad, you start feeling depressed, you're miserable. Really, you're just miserable, and you're lonely. You're really, really lonely. And the reason we are lonely to that depth is because everybody's wearing the mask. Everybody's experiencing this adopted persona and doesn't come together to realize authentically that we're all experiencing the same thing. So we're going to talk about that. I think it's phenomenal. But feeling unfulfilled is no way to live life. And if you're unhappy and you're not satisfied, that's a trigger. And you become stuck, locked up, blocked, and you're living an unauthentic life. And that, my friend, is no good. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about you. Do you want to change the course of the journey that you're on? Let me know in the comments where you are in life. What's going on? What topics of life do you want to talk about? And if you don't mind, tell me what's going on. And we'll take a look at that, and we'll get back to everybody and start chatting about that. But let us know what you want to talk about in the comments below. I'm going to show you guys also, and this is what you're going to really want to pay attention to in the next videos, but I went through a process. I was in the swirl, living the adopted persona, stuck in the swirl and drifting to the point where you're miserably sad, desperately lonely, very unfulfilled, unsatisfied, and just in this deep, deep search for purpose. And I went through the process that I've put together and figured out how to get people unstuck, unblocked, and experiencing life to the fullest. But before we go on the journey any further, let me tell you about the 7 Days of Grace website. Now, the 7 Days of Grace website is going to be a place where people can come just as they are, explore the major areas of life, and find out resources where they can get guides and support. And it's going to be a resource center for life, and it's going to be community of people that recognize the adopted persona, and they may be drifting, unsatisfied, unfulfilled, right? Looking for purpose, all of those things in all the major areas of life. And it's a fantastic resource. So that information is going to be right down below in the description below. There'll be links to the website. But this homepage is going to have a lot of articles and experts and continued resources, workshops, events, and all that kind of stuff that you're going to really want to have in your toolbox. So when you need a place to go to that's open 7 days a week, that is the 7 Days of Grace website. And we're always going to be standing by to assist and guide and support you in your journey. So we're excited about that. Don't you think that's pretty cool? If you like that, go ahead, click the like button below. And you know what? It's really important to get your friends involved. You might not want to right out of the gate, but going along the journey of life in the way that we're going to do it, you're going to want to bring your friends because we're going to create communities together. And that's an opportunity to grow in a nice, comfortable, safe, and secure place. So we're excited about that. And I'm really trying to build this community. I need your support, so please subscribe. And if you want to join in on the journey, join some journey groups on the website. That's going to be, like I said, a lot of fun there. And just click the all button too after you subscribe, and you'll keep in the loop of these short 7-minute videos. All right, well, we got to go for now. It's awesome, you're awesome, and we'll see you on the next video.
Thank you for watching. Definitely subscribe for more videos like this. And if you really want to discover your true identity, purpose, and fulfillment, go to the 7 Days of Grace website.